be talking about future, and the future I'll be sharing is about the invoicing. And as you say, that invoicing has never been so rewarding. That's the theme of our project, that there is a most commonly used document in the business, which is known as invoicing. It's a backbone of accounting. Accounting is a backbone of any business. We want to make it more rewarding. How? That's what we'll be discussing. There are two isolated worlds, SMEs and the world of financing institutions, commonly known as banks. They lend, they borrow, and the other side borrows. But there is a big isolation between them. And that isolation is caused by the lack of trust, right? And that's, again, is the need of an hour, that with this instrument named as invoice, you can create that trust. So the businesses need credit readiness, and the SMEs are basically somewhere, they feel deprived to get that credit readiness. And on the other side, the banks have this issue of trusting the SMEs without the proper collateral to give them the lending. Now here comes the InvoiceMate, a bridge between the SMEs and the banks, and they enable the lack of this trust thing between the two parties, by giving them the credit readiness and giving them the quick due diligence to reach to each other. How we do it? We simplify the input of invoicing through invoice management systems, plugins, folders, just to give them the readiness without the balance sheet data and just through the cash flow data. And then we enable them with the simplest form of loan applications for applying the accounts payable or buy now, pay later, or at the same time, they can also go for if they have the receivables, invoice discountings as well. We use blockchain and AI, but not for the buzzword reasons, not for the trend reasons. There is a solid application of AI to give an efficiency to this whole process of due diligence. So the bots are there to keep on doing the detection of the frauds, and at the same time, bringing more efficiency to the process. And blockchain is there for the reason as well, coming as a single source of truth and giving the quick and efficient and trusted reach to the businesses for the banks. Now, this is where we are. We are in 2 countries at the moment doing our fintech operations. Soon there will be a third one, Saudi. So UAE is our main hub, and Pakistan operations are ongoing at the moment. On the financing institution side, we have already signed partnerships with the 5 banks, and they will be allocating the $5 million plus in the next few months for the SMEs, which is a huge achievement. And at the same time, we have partnered with the leading marketplaces, B2B players in Pakistan, UAE, and Saudi to enable this SME financing, the seamless experience. Now, that's how we are playing the role of a bridge, and at the same time, it's going to be, in future, the invoice financing marketplace and embedded invoice financing solution. Now, how we are playing this role of a decision support system. So we use the blockchain and AI to do the credit scoring and putting the whole journey of the invoice on the blockchain. So including the supporting documents and so on and so forth. So the bots are playing in the background the role of detecting the frauds, detecting the duplications, and any error, and bringing it to the efficiency. So when the banks or the lending institutions see the invoice, they just see the obvious ones, and the suspicious ones are already gone. Then is the next generation invoicing platform, which is seamlessly connecting the invoicing platform with the ERPs and the accounting system of the world. And at the same time, we have payment gateways integrations like JazzCash, EasyPesa, Payoneer, and MasterCard, Visa, and all that. With the IBFT, there is account-to-account transfer as well is enabled. And lastly, with the financing partner, this is the only solution in the world which is enabling you not just the digitization, but also at the same time, the enablement of the creditworthiness. That's one of the use case in UAE we are doing with Majid Al Fatim. They have hundreds of Carrefour there, and they are using InvoiceMate, or soon to be using InvoiceMate, to connect with their paid tenants and at the same time their vendors with the different financing institutions. And the platform they are using is InvoiceMate. And moving forward, it is about Pakistan. We are in premises of Serena, and we'll be discussing with the Aga Khan Foundation about how Serena, Jubilee Insurance, and Aga Khan Hospitals or health services, basically they're all the entities of Aga Khan Investments, how their vendors and their clients can be enabled for the creditworthiness. And their own bank investments like Habib Bank and Habib Microfinance Limited, they will be doing the lending. So it's a complete ecosystem, closed loop, and will be enabling the both sides to get the maximum benefit. Here's a slight video which will share with you how invoice creation, which you can do through the OCRs, and also you can do it through the templates available in the InvoiceMate, can enable you to reach out to the invoice financing enablement. So this is a huge disruption, future of invoicing as we see it, that how in a simplest manner a user, a B2B user, a business user will keep on using InvoiceMate and keep on growing its credit score to reach to the point that the banks will start taking it as a collateral and will be issuing the credit. So here comes the eligibility for them after certain usage. There will be the menu of the banks or lending partners opening for them, and they will be applying. The application will go straight to the bank, and then the bank will take a decision for lending or not lending. And eventually it will be the KYI, the Know Your Invoice, and the credit score we will be performing and issuing it to them. So in this case, we have Zindagi as a bank, which was selected by the user, and that's how things will move on in that regard. There are other institutions which will be gaining benefit than Zindagi only. So primarily, we are playing the role of an aggregator, and at the same time, the role of due diligence partners. So two value propositions for the bank, the multiple value propositions for the businesses, which includes the readiness for the credit enablement. In short, we are financial inclusion enabler. We are taking 4 out of 17 United Nations sustainability goals. There are beyond blockchain and AI features in the InvoiceMate, which includes the connectivity with the ERPs and the existing IT architecture, the payment gateways, the financing partners, the chatmate for the business correspondence, the vendor management system, and the accounting management system as well. We have two versions, Lite and the Pro, depending on the appetite of the business, the size of the business. Salik, the public investment fund company, they've been using us for last 16 months. $1.4 billion worth transactions have been performed on our platform already. So this is a short case study we did with them about their usage of InvoiceMate, and they are getting the benefits for their accounting staff, the suppliers, the provers, CFOs, and the company leadership in this regard. Here's something really the future, where the future is coming. So it is going to be the first enterprise metaverse application, where we are not just again using the buzzword of the metaverse. So it will be bringing the service centers of different lending partners, and of course with the avatars, the applicants, the borrowers, the businesses, they will keep on reaching the metaverse application to get the invoice financing. So this is a financial complex invoice financing space. Later on it can be scaled for other services as well. So that's again going to be the first ever enterprise metaverse application, which will truly bring the SMEs to the metaverse side, and that's how we can generate those billions of dollars worth economy in the metaverse. That's the amazing team of InvoiceMate bringing this all together. Some of them are here, and we'll look forward to discuss you with more about InvoiceMate later. And that's about it.